Hi, welcome to Crafty Not Shifty. Today I'm going to be showing you how I made this Etch-a-Sketch style card using the Sailing stamp set from Simon Says Stamp. I got this stamp set as part of the June stamp kit. So first thing I'm going to do is cut down some Schoolhouse Red cardstock to 5 by 7 inches, and then I'm going to use my Tim Holtz ruler. So this ruler's got a metal edge along one side and it's completely see-through, so it's really easy to line up and mark kind of an inch from the edge, which is what I'm doing here to make that rectangle inside. And I'm going to use my craft knife along the metal edge of this ruler to cut that out. Now if you have a rectangle die that would fit, you could certainly use that, or you could just use a pair of scissors and make a hole in the centre and then cut out the rectangle. Essentially, you want to be left with an inch wide border around the outside of this 5 by 7 inch piece. So as you can see here, I didn't press quite hard enough to cut all the way through the cardstock. The cardstock from Simon Says Stamp it's really good cardstock, it's nice and thick. So I'm just going around those edges, making sure that's cut all the way through. And then I'll just neaten that piece up there. Okay, so the next thing that I'm going to want to do is cut down some fog cardstock. You'll want to cut this just slightly larger than the window. So the window that we've just created is 4 by 6 inches. So I made this section 4 and a quarter by 6 and a quarter. So what you just saw me do there was mark around the outside edge of where the window is going to be, and then I've inked up my wave stamp using some VersaFine Onyx Black ink. It gives a really nice crisp black image, and that's exactly what I want for this card. So once I've got those waves stamped nicely, I'm going to stamp the boat. I'm going to use the same ink for the whole card, as I want this to look like it's been drawn on an Etch-a-Sketch. So it's just really simple stamping with a black ink. So I'm just deciding how I want to lay out the cards and the Sail Away With Me scripty sentiment. Making sure that that fits nicely inside of the window, and then I'll use my Fiskars stamp press to pick all of those pieces up at once. It's really great being able to do that with the stamp press. Makes it much quicker and much easier to lay out your card and get everything stamped exactly where you want it. So that's it in terms of stamping. The next thing is to take a piece of acetate, and I'm going to stick that to the inside of the red panel that we created earlier. To stick it down, I'm using some 1/4 inch score tape. Score tape's just a double-sided sticky tape. If you don't have that, you can use a wet glue or any other type of double-sided tape. I find that double-sided tape is best to use with acetate because of the slick surface, and wet glue will take quite a while to dry. I'm just rubbing out those pencil marks to make sure they don't show through on the inside of the card, and then I'm using the same 1/4 inch score tape to stick down the stamped panel. Once I've got that stamped in place, I'm going to take the smallest of the Sizzix circle dies and cut out 2 circles from plain white cardstock, and that will create the handles for the Etch-a-Sketch. So I've got those here, and I'm just going to pop those up using some 3D foam dots. And then the last thing that I'm going to do, for some reason my camera seems to have cut out for this part, is I'm using my corner chomper just to round all 4 edges, and then I'm going to stick the panel onto a card base, round the edges, and it's all done. I hope you've enjoyed watching. If you have, please hit like and subscribe. Thank you.